Did you know that sharks can only grow to the size of the environment? So if you put them in a small little fish tank, they can't grow beyond that dimension. You're very similar to that shark. If you feel like you're limited in your capacity to grow, if you feel like you're limited in your capacity to be, if you feel like you're limited in any way, maybe, just maybe, you're in the wrong environment. Just maybe you're around the wrong people. Welcome back to the Life Juice Podcast with me, HV Life Coach, where we talk about how to awaken, reset, and transform your mindset, habits, and life for more positive, ideal results. Let me explain something. Alex Hormozi said that big dreams cannot be produced around small people. And it's not that people are small, it's that their thinking, their beliefs, their actions are very small. Grant Cardone gave us the formula for how to improve that, how to change that completely, how to eradicate that small behavior and rise above it. Anything you dream, anything you imagine, anything you plan, anything you take action on, anything you do, multiply it by 10. Multiply it by 10. So if I believe I'm going to go and do this action right here, let's say I'm going to do 10 push-ups. Instead of doing 10, multiply it by 10. That's 100 push-ups. Go do 100 push-ups. Instead of reading one book a month, multiply it by 10. Read 10 books a month, right? And people are like, whoa, that's a lot. It is a lot. It is, and that's the whole point. When you multiply by 10, you create greater results, you create greater aims, you create greater failures, you create greater rewards, and greater risks. Let me explain something. If I shoot for a target that's down here, and I succeed, the most I could ever be is down here. My results will never be greater than this. I might not even be reaching this level. I might go even lower. If I shoot a mid-tier result, it's going to be at this level right here, mid-tier. I might not even get there. I might get lower, right? My target, if I have a bow and arrow, if I have a gun, whatever the target is, my aim, it's going to be at a mid-tier level, right? But if I have a target that's way up there in the sky towards the moon and I miss, at least I can land amongst the stars. You've heard me say this. You've heard other people say this. It's not my phrase. The key is this. Whatever you set your aim to is typically where your results and your rewards and your risks will be at. So if you feel as though you're not getting enough out of life, if you feel like you're not reaching the level or you're plateauing, maybe you just need to change your environment. Maybe you need to change the people you're around. Maybe you need to surround yourself around people, energies, places, environments that are producing at a higher level, producing at a greater expense. And the only way to do that, the only way to get better is to actually do it. A lot of times, I've noticed myself, right? I want to get work done. Sometimes at home, it can be distracting. There's so many different things to do, right, at the house. So I'll go to a cafe. If I don't go to a cafe, I might go to the library. If I don't go to the library, I might go to an office somewhere, a small little office space. And here's the thing. I find myself getting more work done. Excuse me. God bless me. I find myself getting more work done when I'm in an environment where other people are getting work done as well. And if that doesn't help at those locations, at home, I can find myself, removing distractions around me and allowing myself to do more, be more, have more. Again, when I go to the gym, if I'm around people that are lazy, they don't want to go hard, they just want to do regular, guess what? 9 times out of 10, it's going to affect me. And I'm like, okay. But knowing me, knowing myself, I'm like, I like to do extremes. So I'll push myself and I'll push them. Sometimes that pisses them off. Sometimes that annoys them. They don't want to be around me anymore. That's fine. That's okay. Their level of extreme is not my level of extreme. I want to go above and beyond. I want to stretch beyond my dimensions. I want to go beyond what's possible for me and see what results I can produce. That might not be true for them. And the same might be vice versa. There's somebody out there like David Goggins who's going to do something even more extreme. And I'm like, you know what? I just can't keep up. That's your level of extreme. This is not mine. I want to go this way. I want to do this. But you will never, ever, ever grow in an environment where people are already small, where the environment itself is conditioning you to be small, where the thought process behind everyone is in fear or limitation, and you cannot exceed beyond that if you truly believe what they're saying is true for them and for you. So, if you want to grow like the shark, you have to remove the environment or the fish tank you're in and get to the pond, the lake, or the ocean. I was about to say lawns, combining lake and ponds, but anyways, if you want to grow, you have to put yourself in an environment that allows you to grow. You have to surround yourself around people that allow you to grow. They push you to grow. They pull you this way. Say, come on, you're coming with me, buddy. We're going to get over here. The only way to do that is to surround yourself with this environment, with these people. Now, I'm going to give you a trick, a key secret. If you don't have people like that in your life right now, and you don't have access to that right now, you do have books, you do have podcasts, you do have audiobooks, you do have YouTube University. There are things already online. Seeing your algorithm on social media, it can either educate you or entertain you. A lot of people will choose entertainment. A lot of people will choose relaxation or comfort. I had changed my algorithm to make sure that it showed me things that are educating me in finance and social constructs and mental awareness and shadow work and emotional discipline and intelligence. I had it show me things on a constant basis. There was a time where if I looked at my Instagram, all you saw was some beautiful woman, though. I was like, dang, what happened to my algorithm? Well, all I was doing was looking at women. And I had to change that. I was like, I don't want to keep seeing this all the time. Don't get me wrong. I do want to see beautiful women, but I wanted to make sure that I had something that was going to add to my life, give me more, not just distract me. Not to say women are distraction. They can be very influential in your life, but they can be a good influence or a bad influence. It's up to you. And for me, what I was seeing was a distraction. It wasn't a good influence. And what I wanted to see was something that added more, benefited me more, so that I could be that person for other people as well. The more that I benefit, the more it overflows in my life, the more other people can be affected by that in a positive manner. So what I did was I changed what I saw. I changed what I liked. I changed what I commented on. I changed the feedback, and it said, oh, I'm not interested in this. And slowly but surely, my algorithm started showing me more and more people who are producing, people who are creating, people who are building, people who are sharing, people who are educating, people who are doing something with their lives that helps me grow, helps them grow, helps others grow. And the more I put myself in that environment, on my social media, in the books I read, in the podcasts I listened to, and everything I surrounded myself with at home, the more I grew. So you can't change your environment physically. I can't change how these things are, but I can walk over there and change my environment. I can't put on something over here to listen to change my environment. And I cannot lead other people to do the same things unless I'm doing it myself. Watch that in my last video or my first feature video. Right? You can't lead others unless you lead yourself. I made a video on that. So go watch that. But your environment impacts everything you do. Everything you do. Because it sets the precedence for your subconscious. If you don't have control over your subconscious, if you don't plant the seeds of what's going to grow in the garden of your subconscious, then you're going to have weeds that are going to grow in your subconscious, in the garden of your subconscious, and it's going to produce the results in that life of yours. If you want your life to get better, you want your results to change, then think about the results you're having from the environment already you're in. From the environment you're already in. I want to grow. I want to be limitless and free as much as I can humanly be. If you feel like that's something you share, great. Change your environment. Change the people around you. And I'm not saying remove your friends, family, and cousins and all that stuff. Just be mindful of the energy, the attention, and the time you're giving things, right? Because where your focus goes, your energy will expand into. So if you're expanding into things that are limited, guess what? Your energy will be limited. But if you're focused on things that are limitless and growing and expanding, guess what? Your energy will be given to that realm, and you will grow in that realm as well. So for me, myself, and I want to surround myself around people that are going to challenge me. They're gonna provoke me. They're gonna push me. They're gonna drive me to a different level because I want to grow. I want to stretch. And the cool thing about stretching and growing is once you grow to that level in your mindset, in your environment, to your capacity, you can never shrink. You can't. Once you expand, it does not shrink. You only expands in your consciousness. You only expand in your self-awareness. You only expand in your capabilities and skill sets. Now they say use it or lose it, right? You can use it, and if you don't use it, you lose it. Don't get me wrong. You can lose skills or shrink a little bit in certain things, right? But you're gaining in other areas. And it's not that you lose it fully, you just forgot how to do it. You got to keep using it, keep doing it, and you'll get better and better. I want to grow. I want to expand. I want those around me to grow and expand. I want those in my life to help me expand and grow. So for me, myself, and I'm going to put myself around people that are going to help me grow. I'm gonna share information that's gonna help me grow. I'm gonna share information that's gonna help them grow. I'm gonna connect with people that are gonna push me to be the best version of myself, a better version of myself. Make sure that I heal. Make sure that I prosper. Make sure that I win. And I'm gonna do the same thing for them. If you're not surrounded by people that are inspiring you, you're surrounding around. You're surrounding. If you're not surrounding yourself around people that are inspiring you, then you're surrounding yourself around people that are caging you, putting you in a limitation, putting you in a box. And I don't know about you, but that's not how I want to live. I want to grow, expand, and stretch and be as free as I humanly can be, as I said earlier. Thank you for tuning in. As always, stay blessed, stay beautiful. Peace.